Hello to my dear class members, if you're here with me today, and welcome to any new people who may be joining me for this next little class. My goodness, it's the fifth one that I'm doing with you today using a chi ball. My name's Janet, and we will be using this little ball mostly on the floor. It's quite a different class than the last one I did, which was much more dynamic, moving with the ball, passing it behind, waving it all around, using the core in a very, very dynamic way. And with this one we are going to be working much more statically, using the ball as a resistance tool, and there'll be stretches put in throughout. So I like this one a lot, and I hope you enjoy it too. Just to tell you about the little ball, a chi ball, it has a plug. Now you can actually use any ball as long as it's a soft ball and about this size, although I know some classes, Pilates uses bigger size balls, so possibly you have a Pilates ball, which would be great. The thing about the ball is you can take the plug out and the air comes out, and you can make it dented, put the plug back in, and it's more like a cushion than a ball. And then if you want to use it as a ball again, this is the bit I love, you've got a big dent in it, take out the plug and look. Isn't that fantastic? So put the plug back in and you have a perfect little sphere to work with. Just to remind you, as I always do, the importance of being sensible, only doing the exercises that actually you can comfortably manage with whatever issues you may have with your body. As we get older, there are all kinds of things, and so some of these things I'm doing may possibly not suit you, in which case don't do them, or you can gradually work into them. You can cheat all over the place. As I say to my class, no one is watching here with me on this little video, so you just work sensibly to your own level, comfortable level. Just to remind you the value of what you're doing when you do exercise, and it doesn't have to be this class with me, it can be, there's so many options now on the internet. It's great to explore and do all different classes, see all the wonderful things on offer. Everything you do adds up and has value in your day, and all adds up at the end of the day, no matter what little thing you're doing, up and down the stairs, hanging out the clothes, taking the dog for a walk, obviously, but it all adds up. And it's not just a benefit to your body, your muscles and your strength and your cardio capacity, it's also your neurological pathways in your brain. It's your brain as well as your body, so the more variety the better. Okay, I think I've said enough. I'm going to put the music on. We will have a little warm-up standing track and then we'll get down on the floor. So I hope the volume of the music and my voice are a good balance. We're going to start by peddling. It's lifting up the heels, pressing into the balls of the feet, and squeezing the balls. So getting the hands and fingers mobilized as well. Right up, pick up those heels. And you'll see I'm working barefoot again, which I love to do with the chi ball. Squeeze. Right up, using feet, ankles, calf muscles. Now, a little bit wider with your legs and start to circle the ball, passing it round the back and just tapping in front. So you circle those hips and you tap in front, getting bigger each time. Tap. You circle round and getting bigger still. Oh, that feels nice. Just loosening up the end of the spine, the pelvis moving, knees soft. And one more time using the core. Now hold the ball between your hands and just take it round to the back of each hip. Try to stay still in the lower body. Tighten your buttocks, pull your thighs up out of the kneecaps, and feel that rotation in the rib cage and the spine at the top. Go a little bit faster. Just dropping the elbows down, keep the shoulders down, try not to hunch. Feel that little side-to-side movement, rotating and twisting, mobilizing your spine around the ribs. 2 more. Last one here. Now take it into the left hand and bring it up and over and bend into the left knee. Let the ball relax over the head. Pass it behind and go the other way. So now I'm bending my right knee. Oh, feel it all the way. It should feel nice. Feels lovely. Do it again. Gliding down and bending my left knee, pulling right up through that left elbow. Go the other way. Right over. Feel the stretch right down the side of your body. Can you go a little bit further? And round. Now I'm going to bring it over or into the breastbone and dive over the top. Pull the elbows forward and then just lean back a bit and stretch the chest. So I'm going from middle to upper back, pulling forward, and then chest as you sink down, but also the hip flexors and a little bit of quads in the front. Diving over, pulling forward, feeling that stretch, the top part of your spine, and across the shoulders. Last one here, and round. Oh, a stretch back. Now put the ball between your knees. Now it's just a spacer between your knees, and you start to squat. Hands on the top of the thighs, just a little drop and a lift. You're going to where you can comfortably go. Quite quick squats, warming up the thigh muscles, around the knees and the buttocks, down and up. Lovely. Drop and lift. Couple more, yeah. And then I'm going to come down slower on this next one and glide my hands over my knees, come back up. So slower, you go down, sitting down a little bit and coming back up. And on this next one, I'm going to come down, stay there, keep the head up and just dangle. And this is, I call this a ragdoll stretch for obvious reasons. Feel the stretch all up the back of your body. Now come on up and take that ball out. Step forward with your right foot. Step back with your left. And keep the feet pointing straight ahead. Lift and lower. So dynamic calf stretch, picking up that heel. Now you can lift the ball up behind a little bit and feel the stretch across the front of the shoulders. Step back to where you need to feel the stretch. Now take a little step up. Keeping the ball behind your back, I'm going to just bend the left knee, fold forward, keep the head up, and now come back the other way. Sink forward. So I'm going in and out. Hamstring on that extended front leg, lift the ball behind if you want, and then hip flexors and a little bit of quads in the left leg. 2 more, slowly forward and back. So in and out, dynamic stretches. Let's try one more. Lifting the ball if you want, head up, just don't let it dangle, and there. Now let's change sides. So you're on the other foot. Feet straight ahead on tram lines, not a tight rope obviously, because that's much more challenging for your balance. Up and down. That's it. Lift and press that heel down. Feel that each time the heel hits the floor, a little squeeze, that little stretch I should say, into the calf muscle below the knee. Now hold and take a little step up, slightly turned out with that right toe. Fold forward and then lean back. So you may notice that you are stiffer on one side than the other. That's a very common thing. A lot of people, and a lot of times for a lot of people, if you're a right-handed person, you will notice you're more stiff on the left side. Very common and normal. And I must say I'm stiff and sore all the time. But I love these stretches. Now come on up, just squeeze and pedal again, pushing out. And then finishing off with a big drop, dangle up. Oh, and in. All right, we're coming down on the floor. So take your mat. If If you don't have a mat, hopefully you've got some cushioning carpet. And you may want to roll your mat up from the back. I've got this very convenient diamond in my carpet that helps me to see where I need to be for the camera. So I'm going to be kneeling. Sorry about this hair dangling all the time. Ball is between the knees. Now I just want to show you, I'm retracting the shoulder blades and then letting them go. So it's a very subtle move, squeezing them down and in. Now you can be on your knuckles or your flat of your hands. So you're retracting. You can hardly see anything happening on my body, I know, but my elbows are kind of rolling in a little bit as I retract, squeeze down and in with the shoulder blades, working postural muscles in the upper back. Now, I'm going to do another one, and this time I'm going to add in a cat stretch and pull right up, tuck the hips, and then release. Now, back to that flat back, just that flat, what they call in Pilates a neutral spine, and down. I'm alternating a squeeze of the shoulder blades, retract, and then all right up, stretch the spine. One more of each. Squeeze in, round up, and down. Very nice. Now I'm going to take the ball. No, I'm not. I'm going to do something else a little bit more challenging. So if you want to be on your knuckles, remember, if you've got wrist flexion problems, we can just take a moment to roll the shoulders, and you can do this anytime. Come out, have a little break, whenever you want. So this time, toes tucked under at the back, and I'm going to lift away and then lower down. So I'm lifting up my hips and my knees and the ball, keeping so strong in the shoulder girdle. Your core is working, shoulder girdle working. In fact, there's a lot of muscles working here. You may notice. Rest if you need it. One more, just pick up and release down. Kneel up for a moment, shake out. So you choose the position you want. You even could be on the forearms for this one if you wanted. So now, more challenging. I'm going to lift up, hold, and squeeze the ball. Keep the shoulder blades working for you, retracted, press into the ball. One more, and then come on down. Just take a moment. Let's do that again. Shoulder blades retracted, lift away, hold, everything firm, and press, release. And you'll feel that it is really recruiting a huge number of muscles here, isometrically. So they're working, but they're not moving, hardly moving. Two more. Last one. Bring it on down. Kneel up. Oh, take a break. Roll those shoulders around. Shake it out. Let's take the ball out now. And I'm going to get rid of a bit of the air. Just put a dent in the ball. Can be quite a big dent. Pop the plug back in. And I'm putting it down on the mat. It's just going to be a marker for the time being. I'm going to do some simple press-ups, down with my chest and back up. So bending the elbows, the wider out to the side they are, the more you're using your chest, as well as the shoulders and the triceps, and the more they go back, like I think camels do this, don't they? Then it's more triceps focused on the back of the shoulders. So you could do a little bit of each. You can come further forward and challenge yourself a little bit more. So a longer lever for your press-ups. Remember, you can come out of it anytime you need to. Last one, and then I'm going to come back into a child pose. Just stretch those arms away. Now, if your knees don't like coming all the way back, you can do it up higher with your buttocks and reach those hands out a bit further. You can do a cat stretch, you can shake out. Now I'm going to keep going, but this time I'm going to circle and up. Now I'm gliding back into a child pose each time. So a constant flow of movement. I love this one. So dropping, skimming the ball, rolling forward. The further you come, the more challenge for the shoulders. You can make it very small, just above the ball, if you want. Or you can make it big, big, forward like a, just diving forward. Now go the other way, forward and push back. Up, forward, push back. How are you doing with that? Quite a different feeling, isn't it? Can you do one more? One more. Anytime you need a rest, you know, take it. Shake out. Release the shoulders. You can just link up for a moment. Anytime you can come out, take a stretch. All right, stable table. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Right finger forward, left toe, lift up. And balance and hold. So this is testing your torso stability. Lower it down, glide the hand and the foot in, change sides. So push away with the other hand, lift. Now lift up out of that supporting arm. Stay as straight as you can, hold it, and then lower it down and glide it in. How are you getting on? Let's try that again. We'll add a little extra challenge on this one. Optional, of course. Lift. Pull up out of your supporting arm. Sweep the arm along the side of your body. So changing the balance a little bit. Bring it back. Bring it in. Bring it down. Other side. Last one. Stretch. Lift. Sweep. Still as you can. Bring the arm and the foot down. Bring it in. Coming down onto our fronts. I might pull back a little bit. So now I'm going to do back extensions. And these are extremely valuable exercise. My class, you know how much I sing the praises of the back extension. Working within the range that you can manage. I have got the ball in under my breastbone here. Just down below my bosom, a little bit underneath, and I've got my hands out wide. Now this is the simple version, the simplest version. So you're maintaining contact, hands to the floor, and just extending your spine, but minimal pressure, as little as you can through the hands. So you're lifting your weight off the ball, and then letting it come back down. If it's not comfortable, obviously take it out. I find it's a very useful tool, but you may not like it. Oh dear, this hair. And down. Now I'm going to make it a little more challenging. You can stay with that version, lifting and lowering. Elbows at a right angle, a bit like airplane wings. Now can you squeeze down a little bit more? Lift, squeeze, look down or to the side. Now I'm going to add in, hold, an extension. I'm letting my toes come up here and then sinking down. Oh, hello back muscles. Right forward, right back. How you doing? And down. Couple more. Lift. Stretch away. Bring it back. Last one. Right up, lift away, reach it out, and bring it back down. All right, hands under the shoulders. Tuck your toes, glide back, stretch that back. Should feel nice. Do a cat stretch. Round yourself up, let your head dangle a little bit, let it sag. One more, right up, tuck under, and down. Now I'm going to lie down on my side. But first, I'm going to take the plug out and reinflate this little sphere. Put the plug back in. Put it between the knees. Now I'm going to hold it there, lie down, press and release. So squash the ball, keep the navel in, a little bit of pelvic floor activation as well. Squeeze down, push down. This is oh, what am I doing? I'm doing the wrong thing. What I actually want you to do is lift up and then squeeze. Gracious, up. Getting a little bit of extra work there. Squeeze. Just hold the ball in place with a finger. And one more. Now I'm going to lift up the top leg with the bottom lift. Squeeze now and down. And again, push up from underneath and down. Keep working internal muscles, core, navel in, lift, squeeze, squeeze and down. Now from the top, lift away and press down. Do it again, up. Can you open out that little bit further? Right up, press it down. Last one. And down. Now from the bottom, push up. Lifting the top leg, the weight of the top leg, pushing up from underneath. And you'll feel inner thighs working. A lot of muscles working in your lower body here. One more time. And of course your core, of course. Now take that ball out, pop it in behind your knee, squeeze into it. Just have a little stretch of your hamstrings. Push up through the heel. Press down. Now extend up. Just holding it there at the back of your knee. I like this. Oh, I'm stiff and sore back there. Last one. Okay, take it out. Now the ball, this time it's going to go in underneath my rib cage, just above my waist. If it's not comfy for you, you don't need to do it, you can take it out. But what I love about it is it's giving me extra support for my shoulder girdle, not working quite so hard with the support of the ball. Flex your foot, lift and lower, extend out, push away with your heel, lifting up, out, long neck here, pull the shoulder down. Now on the next one, tuck the knee in. And if you've done my Floorwork class, the other one, you will recognize this exercise. Lift, pull, push away, and one more. Right in and right away. Now circle. Oh, here comes, this is a bit harder. You'll really be starting to feel fatigue building now. Can you try circling the other way? Just a little one. Stable in your body. Keep pulling down through the shoulder and release it. Now take that ball out. Lie yourself down, extend the arm. I might come a bit down the mat. I'm going to push down into the ball, draw myself up and away. Press down, pull up through that extended arm. Now this is where a mat really helps. If you're on a carpet, maybe a little bit more problematic for your hand. Push, push and pull. Last one. Pull up and down. Now just stay here. Oh, I love this bit. Open it out. Lie back. You can follow the ball and feel that stretch in the chest. Feel the stretch here. Come back over. Very nice. Roll yourself. Actually, you didn't need to come back over. I'd like you to roll into your backs. I have to adjust my microphone belt. Pop the ball between your knees. You could have predicted that was going to happen, couldn't you? So I'm going to squeeze it and then release it. So just get it adjusted to where it's comfy for you. Now as you squeeze, can you squeeze up inside those bladder control muscles? Squeeze into the ball with the thighs, or it could be right up between the knees, pressing and releasing. And again, a nice strong push. Now, feet quite close to the buttocks, unpeel. Now, with the hips lifted, little presses. Can you do a few more? Keeping those hips up. Oh, feel that work. Come back down, just replace your spine gently down. Straight away, tilt. Lift, tilt up, squeeze and press, push and push. Push with the thighs into the ball. Another 4. Oh, hello muscles, hamstrings, glutes, core working. Good, take a little mini break. There we go. Take that ball out, and we're going to go to the other side. Lying yourself back down again, doing all these side stretches, or side work. Lying on your arm, lift, press down, lift, and squash the ball. Lift it, squash, lift, squash it down. Now lift up from the bottom, push and release. Lift up and release. Push up into the ball and let it come down, lifting the top leg by pressing into the ball with the bottom leg. Now lift away, clams, squash down. Up and down. Twice more. So hip mobility, hip joint mobility going on here, and down. Again from the bottom, lift, and down. Another one. Twice more. Lift. Last one here. And down. Now take that ball out, pop it in at the back of your knee. Now we're going to squash down into it, and then stretch right up. Goodness me. My hair, constantly shedding it, a bit like a Labrador. Squeeze in, and that feels so nice. And release. All right, under the rib cage now, if you want. So just above your waist, hip is forward, and lift and lower. Now, if you're like this with the hip rolled back, that's cheating, because the quads are what's doing the work. I want you to work around the hip joint in the top of the buttock here, navel pulled in. We're going to add in that knee up, push away, and drop it down. Everything firm. The best quality movements that you can. It's the lovely thing about a chi ball, really encouraging good quality movements. And down. Now that circle. Round. Oh, hello muscles. Reverse. Last one. Give it a little slap if you want. Take the ball, pop it down in front of your chest. Going to make sure I've got plenty of mat here. I'm going to push down and pull up. So gliding up and then pushing away. Down. Again, pull it up. And push away. Right down. Again, pull up. If you used minimal pressure in that extended arm, you'd be using a lot more work into the shoulder and the arm on this side. Lie back down, open out, and rest. Oh, lovely stretch. Just let yourself rest there for a moment. Then shift yourself back onto your backs. Ball between the knees again, squeeze it. Release. Now I'm going to kick up my feet this time. Squash. Keep that navel tight. Press. Release. Squeeze. Release. Push. And push. Now feet back down. Second set of bridges. Tilt to the top. Hold at the top and press. Press. Squeeze and squeeze. 4, 3, 2, roll your spine back down. Hold at the bottom, pelvic floor. Now, without the squeeze too much, just a tiny squeeze, squeeze up inside. Just focus on those bladder control muscles. Do it again, but with a lift. Bridge, press, press. Lift and hold. And pulse into the ball. Great. Come on down. Take the ball out. And now we're going to put it in underneath the sacroiliac joint, or about in the middle of your buttocks actually. or just a little bit higher. You'll need to just experiment with where it feels right for you. So I'm going to start to lift up 1 foot at a time with my hands around my hip bones. So keeping the hips absolutely stable and still. Walking 1 up at a time. Lifting, replacing, lifting, and replacing. Are you absolutely still? Even slower. So the wobbly ball under you, challenging your core. Now let's go a little bit faster. So you're just walking, walking, walking. Try to keep absolutely still. Keeping these corset muscles, stabilizing your middle on this wobbly surface. Little walk. I'm going to extend out on my left side. My right arm goes out. Now I'm going to lift up, take it back down. And as that stretched out leg comes up, can you feel the stretch up the back? Should feel nice, I hope so. Now as it comes up, let's go a little bit quicker. Push into the bent leg. Push down. 2 more. Lift. And last one. Let's change sides. Extend out on the other side. Let's start slow. Bring the other arm up above the head. Are you ready? Lift up slowly. Feel the stretch up the extended leg. And now think about the bent up leg. So another slow. Push down and lift. And down. Let's go a little bit quicker. Are you ready? So lifting up and back. Oh yes, now I could try and be a ballerina and point my toe, look a little more graceful, or not. So if you've got the foot flexed, you get a better stretch. A couple more. I think I may have done some extras on this side. Last one. All right, take that ball out from, oh no, don't take it out, just keep it there. I'm always changing my mind, aren't I, class? Let's start a glide across. So the ball underneath the top of the crease of your buttocks there. So you're actually rolling from the top of one buttock to the other. You're just gliding. You can close your eyes and feel it like a little massage in the low back there. You could try doing a circle. You could try doing a figure of 8. You can let the knees move, but the feet should be wide apart. And you're kind of driving with your feet that hip action. Now keeping the ball there, but I'm going to take it a little bit lower down so that my back can come down a bit more and bring up my right leg. Keeping the knee bend, I'm going to stretch the left one away. So if the ball isn't comfy for you, it's giving you a really good pelvic tilt now. But if it doesn't feel comfy, take it out. You're stretching here, take your time. We're just developing a little bit longer now. Feeling it here as well. And I'm going to draw up this bent leg, or the straight leg. Prop the leg that was in the air on top. And now lift off. Lift off and stretch around the propped leg hip. You should feel that. Let's try the other side. So uncross, bring up the other leg. Holding on to the ankle, stretch away with the right side. It's my right side, may not be your right side. Keep the knee soft. Stretch away with that extended leg. Make sure it's resting on the floor. Should be comfortable in your stretches. The more relaxed you can be in your stretches, the more you'll get out of them. So now prop the ankle and lift up. Again, stretching around the hip. We did quite a lot of work for this. You can bring it in even more. You can hold on to the leg. And the ball underneath helping you to get best quality stretch. Now we're going to take it out and sit up. I'm going to tuck it in under my tailbone. So I'm kind of semi-sitting on it, but it's squashed out. You can see it's kind of a wedge under my tailbone. So now sit up really tall and just recline. Keep everything firm. Lean back. Straight back. Now come forward. Lifting up out of your spine and come forward. Again, you glide back. Shoulders down. Recline. Feel how much work the core has to do with this. On the next one, I'm going to hold back. I would have liked to have had a bit more time working with these, but we get a little bit in here. So I'm now rotating side to side. You can always practice this without me if you've got a ball. Wonderful core work. Mobility for the spine as well. Side to side. Come on up, come forward. And just hold on to your feet if you can and pull forward a little bit. Now you can just bring those legs up and I'll come round to face you here. And you can still be tucked with the ball. And now just let the knees drop out. And you can even press a little bit with the elbows. And then come on up from that. I'm going to take the ball, pop it underneath one knee, and actually keep the other leg bent up. So now I'm just going to come forward. So the ball under the knee makes it a little more comfy for you. Side stretch, running out of music now. We've just got time to get the other side in, under the other knee. Come forward. I'm pulling my foot to come a little bit further and over the side. Oh, side stretch again. Thank you everybody for joining me today. I've really enjoyed doing this class with you. I hope you get quite a lot out of it. Obviously, the more you practice, the more familiar you get with the moves and the more you can put into it. Next class will be much more active with faster beat, similar to the first one I did, only different moves. And I look forward to seeing you next time. So thank you for joining me.